Morning Wood!
There was a hesitation there. Why?
I don't know.
You're still asleep. That's why.
Yeah, exactly. Morning snooze. I stayed till close. I was there. It was 1:48, and everyone else was leaving the bar. I think you left, only a half hour before that. I think.
Yeah.
I mean, nothing happened. But
I do like the energy of the place and fun, but man, it is over the top, guys. Not that should make any difference.
I thought there was a lot of gals there last night, but nothing that you really wanted.
Yeah, but it's still easy 2-to-1, guys. Maybe 3-to-1. Has to be.
Well, that's pretty typical. I mean, I know you said we got to go to Pacific Beach. Yes, I know.
No, it's
if we can stay in Ocean Beach, preferably the place we stayed at, because the gal turned out was a stoner that owned the place.
Well, yeah.
I wonder if I could find that again. Probably could.
You can stay in Ocean Beach. I'll stay with Peter at Pacific Beach.
Yeah.
I've been given permission to bring somebody home with me and he's
but not me.
2 blocks.
Right. So I got to find a place to stay.
Well, he does allow a homeless man to sleep in his garage.
So I'm homeless for the night.
It's really a remarkable story.
It is, and we're not going to tell it. But we will tell it sometime. But we just have to talk about last night.
We do?
Well, I guess we started to. I mean, do we need... No? I guess there's nothing to talk about. I don't know. I had a great night.
I see. Well, that part of the night, sure.
But I mean,
that involved you.
Not the part. But so you have nothing to say about, except that we needed to find another joint.
No, I just said an alternative one.
Yeah. Well, that's what I mean. Another joint. Yeah.
Another assumes maybe we'll kick that one to the curb. Just open up our.
Well, let it stay
repertoire.
open. But we might not go there for a little. But we have to find. Well, you were looking up that bar 1 last night.
I know, and I don't even know. It may be really speakeasy, like so underground that they don't even have a presence.
Cool. That's the kind of place we want to be at.
You can't find it. You can't get into it.
You know what? That actually
it's
works.
Never open.
That works. I like it. So okay. Well, I went hiking last night. A hike I haven't done since I've started working on Fridays. It was so much fun. And dancing.
Hiking and dancing.
Hiking and dancing. It's the old, it has been such a long time since I got off a hike and had a bag of clothes to change into in the car and changed and then went dancing. And God, you got to be careful because I don't wear underwear. So I'm changing in public and, I could hear people walking. I was parked far away from the bar.
I thought at the bar.
Yeah, I was parked far away from the bar. It was really crowded. You know that parking lot in San Luis Obispo?
Juan Capistrano.
Juan Capistrano. Thank you.
Yes.
We've talked about it. Everything is starting to really come back. It's like with a vengeance.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, the traffic, the people. Yeah. I mean, the crowd. Except it was a crowd last night at the bar. It just wasn't your wheelhouse, basically. I mean, a lot of guys, but there was a lot
people.
of gals.
No, it's wonderful energy. Just there were only two gals that I would have any interest. One I think was a lesbian, and the other one was.
Is that why you had the interest? Because she was a lesbian?
Yeah, right. You never know, but she's kind of hanging out with her gal friends and very lesbian.
The one with the
flannel.
Yeah.
And then that might have been the first clue. And then the other one was that one that just, over the top rockin' body, like.
Oh yeah.
Body.
I like that one gal that was wearing the black.
I know.
Well, oh my God!
And I was a little surprised. I even kind of said to you, I said, I don't have to talk to you, but she's right there. She barely. It was just about giving you a lap dance. I know. And I was. But she's talking to guys at the time. No, she was dancing with another woman.
Oh, then she was. But then all of a sudden, that gal left, and then she turned, and right away, those black guys were there.
That's the best time to.
I missed my opportunity, but
they like it when you bust in on another dude.
That was my. I mean, I don't even know what I would have done if I actually would have had a conversation with her, but it would have been interesting.
Well, nothing against her, but it's not like she was out of your league.
At
all.
Yeah. Well, I know you don't think so because it wasn't even close to
my league.
Yeah, to your league. Yeah.
But I'm just letting
a
you
league
know,
of their own.
you've been with much better.
Yeah.
In fact, I'm gonna get. Well, you maybe not think so. I didn't see her, but you got hit on by a gal.
Yeah.
That,
well, no, I mean,
not supposed to.
Well, get hit by a gal.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with getting hit on a gal and saying nothing more than that.
Exactly. And I slept alone.
I'm saying, and not at the bar that. So this was earlier in the
Yeah,
week.
yeah. This was South County, which is
No,
I've never had that kind of. It's always because when you got somebody, it's like you're a magnet.
And this gal was not a magnet gal.
Which one? Last night?
The one that you could have easily gone up and.
I thought. I mean, I would have, because I was getting that vibe. But then, like I said, she was all of a sudden talking. These guys,
Right.
and they come in.
Well, there were at least 2 or 3 songs where she was doing the dirty with this other gal.
Oh yeah, that was fun. Well, I even
you
made that comment. I don't think they heard it, or maybe
I think she did pretty drunk. I just said any closer, and
yeah,
you'll be giving us a lap
Yeah.
dance. I mean, they were just like right there, and I thought that was a.
And then she maybe she didn't hear you because then she. I mean, there was a nice ass rub, a couple times.
I know,
and
wait, hers, not yours.
Hers
against you.
Yeah, hers against mine. Yeah,
she didn't come up and cop a feel. That would be objectifying. And we'll have none of that.
Yeah. Oh, we gotta talk about objectifying.
We do?
With the gals.
No. I think
we have to.
I've completely emptied that cup.
Well, not with gals. We haven't. I mean, because we've got. I mean, Christina doesn't like it, and so we have to be able to.
Well, we don't
show
necessarily
her.
know.
We have to be. We don't know it, but.
Yeah,
I just think it's good to talk with the gals. I think it's let's talk about objectifying.
I'm not bringing it up again because I.
Well, I want to be a topic. This is a topic, not just bringing it up. This is going to be a show.
I felt like what was that old correspondent, White House correspondent, Donaldson, was it? Was his last name Donaldson? He had that big bushy eyes, and he would be relentless in asking a question and never let it go. What most reporters should do is just go back to the question, go back to the question. I kept going back to the question on another word for objectifying.
yeah, really.
And I never got my answer.
So. It's one of those things. You get it, I get it. And it's being a guy, and they're gals, and I get it that they don't get it, and I get it that they don't like it. I'm not saying anybody in particular, but
what are you saying that
we were raised
with
it, that we're turning women into pieces of meat.
Well, the way you say that, sure.
Well, I'm saying it that to you right now. I'm not saying that we actively talk about women and their appearance, and
those are two totally different things you just said. Because you're right, that treating like a piece of meat is, in this true sense of the word, objectifying. Treating them like an object. Yeah. I like to think we are appreciativists.
I know.
We appreciate their beauty, and we say it in sexual terms naturally.
You get it.
But we never let it be just that about them.
But in the cancel culture, that doesn't matter.
Well,
and I'm not saying we're
anti-cancel,
not anti-cancer. We're anti-cancel.
I agree.
But it's still it has to be addressed. We're going to address it. And if you can just sit back and not say anything, or you can.
Well, where were you the other night when I was trying to address it?
I was trying to too, because
okay.
But that's when it made me realize we need women. You're always saying we need women to talk about this, about this, about this. We need women to talk to about this, because they don't like it, and they have to understand, as men, it is a part of our. I'm not going to say DNA. Maybe it's the nurture against the nature part. I don't know, but it's in us, and it's in almost all men. And we should not be ashamed of it.
Well, Mr. Binary, I don't...
Mr. Binary?
Whoa. I don't agree
with the statement. He just hit me hard.
I don't agree with the statement that they don't like it. That flat-out, absolute statement is not true.
You're right. Well, I think the majority don't like it.
What they don't like is the description that Christina gave the other night, which is absolutely true. It's the ones that I think she even went to rape, that go to that real creepy, pervy,
We can do that
over the
buddy.
top.
We can do that on this. On
we can do what? Go to the creepy pervy.
Yeah. We've definitely gone creepy pervy. Please don't tell me we haven't.
No, I think there's a distinction in that we are not serial killer rapists.
Oh, now we're talking about absolutist.
I know, but I just
serial killer rapist. That's the bar.
I just finished mentioning that's where she went to it with.
No, well,
it's that side of objectification.
That's why we've got to define what we're talking about, and that's why we need women to do it because they're the ones we have to.
All I'm shooting down is your statement that they don't like it. Define it. What is it?
Being objectified.
Well, in what terms?
I'm going to stop it right there. I understand, and you have to save that, and and hopefully do a little bit better job with them. But it's going to be a give and take, and we're hopefully going to find because they're not going to lambast us. We just need to open up this egg, especially in Easter.
But we got two answers.
Yes.
That's why you can't say they don't like it because, in one vein, yeah, we do it too, and we acknowledge it and in some ways appreciate it. Maybe not so many words. But then, in the very next line, we can't stand, and some of it may be the objectification is in the eye of the objectifier or objectifyee.
I'm going to use a line that you gave me maybe a month ago, and it's been inside my head ever since. And this is, woman is God's greatest invention. Do you remember saying that?
Mm-hmm. Creation, but yeah.
Creation. I mean. That is objectifying in my mind, and it is maybe not creepy, but first of all, how can you as a man who is also God's creation, right, say
if you want
what is well, we're not God's creation?
No,
you're believing that, right? No, but you're using that line in that context. That
right.
So in that context. We're created by God too, right?
Mm-hmm.
In fact, technically, I guess we came first, and we lent them something that they have not returned yet.
Technically, really,
we're waiting for our rib back. I want my baby back, baby back, baby back. Anyways,
St. Louis on my.
I agree, and that's usually what I buy now when I smoke them. But
different topic.
It's just easier to hold in my mouth. But. First of all, if you're God's creation, but you're not God's greatest creation, how the fuck can you even say what God's greatest creation is? Because you don't even have anything in you to be able to define that. Because it's almost like God itself. It's like you're putting a woman on a pedestal. And I feel like that's the part of objectifying that, for me, rubs me the wrong way, is that the face and the body have to come first. They just have to. It's physical. Unless you're doing online and you're not seeing the person. But, but you're dying to see the person, And go ahead. I can fully want to talk, but I think I've said as much as I want to say.
Just in that, it's my opinion. I never said that it is written, as you open up the book of life, God's greatest creation. From my perspective, and that's the only one, you should appreciate this more than anything, is that my perspective is, if there was one thing in life, animal, food, whatever, that I couldn't do it without, it would be a female.
Oh, I get that. And that's...
So, in my sense, I go all the way back to, if you believe in that sort of thing, then I couldn't do without that one thing. So, to me, it's the greatest creation, the gift, or whatever you want to call it.
Aren't you God's greatest creation?
Well, my name means
my friend.
God's gift to you. That.
There you go.
So I am
God's gift, not to me. I know that. God's gift to blank.
I am technically God's gift. That is written.
Yes.
So that is defined throughout.
Okay, there you go. So really, I have nothing I can't say. But then, aren't you God's greatest creation?
Well, if you want to believe that's true, thank you for your opinion. I appreciate that. Thank you. I don't believe that. I've got my flaws that I'm still working on.
Well, they do too. I guess that's they are people. Like you're a man, I'm a man. We're not the same man. Yeah. I wouldn't want to be defined by who you are, and you wouldn't want to be defined by who I am necessarily.
Well, I like that I got created.
Yeah, well,
I wouldn't be able to say what I just did.
So I guess So, okay, I got a question. So, woman, when you say that, do you mean everything about them? Their intellect, the way they speak, the way, they laugh, their sense of humor, their blah, 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 blah. Not every woman has all that stuff that you like.
Well, I have to thank my RACX, the wild and crazy one.
RACX, I like that. Yeah.
RACX.
We haven't done that yet.
Oh, it's like Latinx. It's just it covers anybody that ever started with the letter R, I guess. In my
no, because you'd have to have an RAM.
That's true. Wait a minute, this is getting too close to home. She taught me how to appreciate every bit about a female. I mean, all the flaws and all the wonderful attributes, both physical, intellectually. I mean, for all of her craziness, I thank her for teaching me to better appreciate a female, because I think she wraps up every single attribute, both on the very good and the very bad side of a female. There isn't one that she doesn't have you couldn't check off, because if
she wasn't hot and wasn't a good fuck, you wouldn't have been with her 9 years. You wouldn't have had anything.
But I'd be able to appreciate her intellect, which she's extremely intelligent.
She's very intelligent.
Her talent and artistry, going
off
to war.
She's a hot gal.
Sake. I mean,
you are talking about a hot gal.
Her life. I mean, what the troubles that she went to. So there's a lot. I don't have to date everybody that I appreciate and admire and respect for all their attributes.
I'm free tonight. No, actually, I'm not. Sorry.
So I don't think one has to be.
Well, I think this is the kind of stuff that we need to be talking about. I think.
I agree.
And no, you can't agree, because it won't work if you agree.
I'll try to go there in a different way next time, but I'm not bringing it up.
But we're gonna have it. I'm putting it on as a topic. I think I've already put it on as a topic on our.
The topics that we never look at.
No, this is a new one. In fact, I didn't even. That one's still on our Google Drive. I started a new one in Apple.
Well, I'll let you
maybe,
take this.
No, it's not.
You can take it on, because I think the third time I brought it up I think I heard somebody say, "You're just not going to let that one go, are you?" It's like, okay.
And we're not. And I'm going to carry the mantle now.
That's going to get creepy.
Yeah. Hey, the Creep Brothers.
Jesus, what is going on with our shows?
I know. How long is this one?
17 minutes.
Whoa.
Sorry. We're not
if
going to do one for
writes,
5 more days.
I'll never get that 17 minutes back. I warned them yesterday. I said 14 minutes of fun. That was probably a misnomer, but because we were 14 minutes yesterday.
They turned it off 15 minutes ago, so they're going to.
Yeah, really. They're
not going to get the 2 minutes off that they lost.
Go Cubs! Bye.